5/20. September 4th. I'm just gonna have to wait it out, and that's what it's like out here. You know, you gotta work with the sun, you gotta work with the rain. Well, I kind of beat a quick exit out of there, didn't get wet. Made my way to my next location, and this picks up the Manistee River Trail, and I'll take this to the North Country Trail and bus south on that. There's a campground there. So as you can maybe see, the sun got out here, came out almost immediately as I got here. But if you've been paying attention, you know what that means. It's going to rain anytime. So I'm ready to go, man. I got the fly I can pull out of my backpack. I got rain poncho I can pull out of my pants pocket. And I'll be sweating in the sauna. Oh, look at this. Oh, yeah. Good horsey. Okay. Fucking brutal hill, man. I think I'll stop here and have a cigarette. No. Straight ahead, deep valley, from whence I came to where I'm going. See, I'm originally from Detroit. When you live in that area, you kind of think of Michigan as a bit flat. It's not. For example, there's this mountain I'm on. Okay, well, I've stopped here on this high ridge in order to get a proper rest. I mean, I've probably stopped to rest about 4 times, on the way up to this point, just for 15 seconds or so, and I get restored and keep going. And I needed a proper rest, and I got to this point here where the ridge is pretty dry, and there's a breeze, and then right over here, there's a ridge line in the distance that's higher than this one, and this seems pretty high. It's really kind of a surprising landscape to me. I walked down this road over here quite a ways to get here, and then when I found this site, you know, it was, I didn't want to walk anymore because I was hurting, but man, 2 trees right by the river, this scene, private beach, see private beach, my private beach here. Got sand and everything, haven't had much use for it though, except for washing out pans and stuff like that. Okay, sorry I haven't been shooting anything lately, but most of my cameras are running out of disk space, and I'm trying to make it short and sweet. Anyway, I'm at the Manistee River. I am at a place called Government Landing. When I originally got to this area, I almost missed the campground, and when I did find a campsite, almost immediately a storm started coming in. So I took to the trees and set up my hammock real quick. The storm didn't turn out to be anything really. There was a whole lot of wind, but after realizing that I had set up my camp in the area where everybody was burying their poop, I set out to find the rest of the campsites around, which there were, and that's where I found this, and this is great. Slept beautifully for the first few hours of the night, and then storms hit at the magic number of 2:30 a.m. This morning. Lightning, thunder, wind, the whole nine. Got a little bit wet. This is going to be going on all day, a lot of rain, stuff like that, after which there's going to be a cold snap. Or the weather's just going to turn for the season. And I'm definitely going to stay here because I'm not going to hike in the wet. It was a long, beautiful, strenuous hike out here. I wasn't going to go back today anyway, just to rest up. But anyway, I'm going to stay put here for a day and try to make sure everything's dry and see how I weather the lower 50-degree temperatures tonight, and see how it turns out, because that's what the rest of my nights are going to be. At least I'll be dry. So if I get everything dry tonight, then I'll see how it goes. Many pretty pictures today. Spent most of the day trying to dry out my stuff. Been trying to start a fire. It was really, really hard, super wet conditions. I've taken to calling it the wet threat. Battle against the wet threat. The wet has been my nemesis here, not bears. Definitely test your metal with that. So yeah, it's been a struggle. I've torched a couple of socks, smoked the hell out of some other things. Learned not to have an app for a taut hitch line. I was doing incorrectly, I think. That was the one I was trying to tie my shit up with, and which is why my flies are flapping and why I was getting a little wet. So I don't mind if it's a little stormy. What I'm concerned about is the temperature. It's going to drop real low. Low 50s, at least. It might even duck 50, I'm not sure. But since I got everything pretty set up and reasonably dry, then depending upon how I do tomorrow, could really says what I do, whether I continue for another couple of days. I don't see myself going much farther than that, or just go home tomorrow. Because if I don't have the blanket for that sort of temperature, I know it's going to get in the next few days down to 46. If I don't have the blanket for that, then yeah, I'm in danger of hypothermia, even without being wet. So yeah, it doesn't sound fun. Not a bad night last night. Well, the temperature got pretty low. Yeah, I woke up cold and tossed and turned for a while till I got annoyed. Decided I'd look at the time and the temperature. It was late. It was like 5:30. So all right. Still had no breeze, and I need to charge up my charger for my phone. Sucks. But so that means I need to loiter somewhere with a 110 outlet, which means I got to go back to the truck. Like to get a sleeping bag proper, so I can make my last few nights here pretty comfortable. Beautiful clear skies this morning. Sun came up, blasted over the ridge, instant warmth. It's beautiful. Anyway, so that's what's going on here. Gorgeous morning for a long gradual climb. Oh yeah. Humidity's low. Sweating a lot less. I always like that. Hopefully I'll recover my slippers. Alright, here's where I was, somewhere around here. I don't know if I can see my slippers anywhere. Well, I can tell there's been some cyclists going through. Maybe they found a new home. And if not, maybe I left them in the truck. Or maybe I'll see them on the trail. Whatever. And other rituals include, preparing for nightfall. Figuring out what you're going to eat. Finding good firewood. Deciding when you're going to prepare the fire, how late you're going to stay up, making your food, getting your shelter ready, packing away everything, having all your after dark shit out, all your illumination, cameras, phones, books, journals, anything like that you're going to do after dark. It gets pretty involved, Heck, yesterday, after drying all that stuff out, nursing that fire, I had about an hour to kill before my check-in time. It was pretty cool then. But it's surprising, just like a normal life. I was dictated by, necessity. What you do is dictated by necessity and ritual. Or dictated by necessity and performed and automated by ritual.